There it is, guys. I've been trying to keep this a secret for weeks. And finally, we have it here. Hopefully it's the right body. You'll see what I mean, but this is not a re-upload. This is another Traction Hobby 1/8 scale TRAiL rig. You guys may have seen me do the Cragsman before, which is the Jeep, of course, that you guys have seen in other videos when I take out this monster crawler. Generally, it is stock, except for like some highlights I'll quickly point out. This RC four-wheel drive Warren winch that I did do a whole lifting video on. That wasn't it. These Pro Comp, these are licensed Pro Comp Traction Hobby beadlocks that I have on here with HPI rock grabber tires. The bodies are mounted up on magnets. You guys can see these aluminum shocks do come with it standard. True two-wheel to four-wheel locking and unlocking, as well as the differentials are also remote in both, and two-stage transmission on the insides. The links that come with it are aluminum. The housings for the axles are aluminum. I did add some wheel weights. They are a Traction Hobby upgrade, but overall, that's this one. But I'm not here to see this. I want to see what's in the box. You guys get to discover it with me. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, look at this. Brand new. Almost looks like my truck, man. That's insane. Yeah. What a beast. I'm so glad we got away from Jeep. Not that I don't love Jeeps. It's just I also wanted another option for my Traction Hobby 1/8 scale. This is the first time I've seen it and I want to get into the details. Like, number one thing I'm noticing, other than I'm going to need some deeper lugs for the snow I have outside, but look at this. What a nice aluminum rim. It actually looks like a beadlock. I'll have to get into it more. But good tires. They look like more like street tires, not off-road tires to me, but great clearance underneath. Look at the detail on the running board. I like the white and red combo. This almost looks like my truck outside. I'm going to have to order a blue body and put something together for that, and then I'll have a spare. Totally. My tire's a little bit higher on the chase rack. But wow, cool. Try not to say too much so you guys can take it in as well. I believe that's carbon fiber on the founder. All aluminum axle housing. Wow. Okay, let's see if we can take this off. Plastic door handles, actual windshield wipers, they don't move. Here's the Ford Raptor grille, it's all plastic. These feel like aluminum D-rings here. Nice, aluminum fair lead for, wow, I am going to be able to put a winch in there. Geez, for a street tire, that's pretty good. Let's just roll it over and have a look. Here we are. Wow, nice drive shafts. I know that's one weird thing for me to be saying, but look at that. Am I missing 2 screws? I don't think so. It looks like they're not even bothered with the scratch or anything. Geez, that's gorgeous. Let's get under the skirt and have a look. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, let's look at this thing from the only view I can, front to back. Here's where the winch is going to go, inside the alloy tray. I can hardly wait to slam one in there and run it through the front fair lead. Look at the chassis rails, guys. Carbon fiber. Not just like flimsy carbon fiber, but it looks like 5 or 6 millimeters thick. Like if I take a cross wrench for wheel nuts, stick it up there, it is the depth of a wheel nut. That's crazy. Battery top tray has the forward and back slide stoppers. Those are alloy as well. Magnets are actually totally screwed into the top. I'm so glad to see that instead of just like double-sided tape. Also, it looks like a bunch of stainless they have going through this carbon fiber, man. Holy cow, I'm not going to have any chassis twist in this at all. Overall weight, pretty heavy, like not bad. It doesn't feel like it's light and flimsy, that's for sure, but it doesn't feel overweight, like maybe about 7 pounds is what I'm guessing. But with all the alloy on it, I'm not really surprised. Plus it'll have that planted look as I'm rolling over the terrain. Same shocks that come with it. Adjustable shocks at least. I want to take it out and go for a rip, but I want to put some different tires on it, I think, first. These stock ones, you guys will be like, why not the stock ones? And because like these are going to do very poorly in the snow. But they are gorgeous tires, that's for sure. Maybe I put some Hustlers on here and see what they would do. But the Hustler 2.2s are also very, very large. So I'm going to have to fit the proper tire. But what do you think? Overall, I'm not like super impressed by this no-name servo in here. I'm going to be wanting to swap that out. I got some new servos on the way here pretty soon. I want to check out the MKS brand, and they have some waterproof servos, so this is a very good candidate for that. But a 50-turn motor, everything being alloy. The cage is plastic, but these runners, they are also alloy underneath. So I took the lid off, and I'm just taking off the inside door handles so I can put my RCSparks stickers on here, give it my little personal touch, of course. And I thought to myself, it's been a long time since I did any decal work, and I'd kind of remind you guys about the magic of glass cleaner. The ammonia glass cleaner actually works really well to help place decals and these window decals properly. So I'll show you. A lot of you know this, but some of you that don't, maybe this will be helpful for you. I don't know exactly where I want it yet. I know it's going to be around here somewhere, but I want to make sure that I got it on there. So just a small bit of window cleaner, like that. Still getting it down to where it needs to be. And then just sticking it on. All the ammonia and the glass cleaner actually evaporates, and it leaves you stuck right where you want it to be. Now I'll just go in there with a knife and kind of trim it up so I have it nice and flush. I can replace my website somewhere else on the truck. Cleaning up all the residue. Just taking the time to do a little detail work, right? Make sure the holes are out. It's the little details like this that may be frustrating to you, but if you just take a second with a very sharp blade, go in, make the hole instead of just trying to poke it through, the end result will look better, right? Instead of just being sloppy. That's why I don't want any kind of air bubbles under there and why I'd show you a trick like this, because I know you guys feel the same way. So here is the radio, a giant screen on the top, more like a bit of a magnifying glass on there. And I got a protective coating. I won't remove that until it gets scratched up and dirty. No antenna on the top. This is a fairly big radio, 4 batteries on the bottom. And you know what I noticed? Not a heck of a lot of switches. So in comparison to the Cragsman, well, the Jeep Cragsman that I have, you know, I have a huge amount of servo differences. I don't seem to have locking and unlocking diffs. I have a single stage transmission in here. I believe it's 4-wheel drive all the time, but I want to check that out first. So carbon fiber, but not a whole lot of the extras, I would say. Let's go ahead and plug this in. Very good. How's the turning? And rotation. Instant drag brake. There you go. What amazing looking trucks. Well, off-road vehicles, I guess I could say. A lot of people would argue that a Jeep is not a truck, and I understand why, because it's not. So a lot of people will be asking me is the body interchangeable? And I'd like to remind you that this is a two-piece body, the front and the back. And when I check over here and look at the chassis rails and how it's set up, really, I don't think they're interchangeable, but don't quote me on it. I haven't had enough experience with this Ford Raptor yet to see. But of course, you'd need the back cage. You'd need how it's mounted to the actual carbon fiber frame there, which is screwed into place. And of course, this one is much different. Now you can see the difference between the two. This one has more of like, not a tub style chassis, but it has these nice wide wings on the side that really is housing all of the servos. How many servos? I think a total of 6 servos on this truck. And lots going on with all the cables and everything like that. So a ton in this one. And the Raptor seeming to be a little bit more of a simple truck where we don't see all those servos, but we definitely see an aggressive styling. The carbon fiber chassis, which is like a no-brainer for me. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love how we can mount the winch on the inside of the bumper. This one being a classic winch like this, being on the outside of the Jeep, something I want to see with a Stinger. So again, both designs of the trucks, I'm going to have to give them a thumbs up. I want to do a little bit more with this, give it some more aggressive tire, maybe try to find some flares or something and not make this just so dull, really. You know, I find this to be kind of boring on this side. But regardless, it's a beautiful truck overall. I think anybody that would get into one of these would be happy. I want to get out there on the trail, but right now I'm covered in snow, so we'll leave you with this. I'll try to figure something out with that's a little bit special for this because I'd love to see it out on the rocks and doing something kind of cool. And until next time, guys, I don't care what RC you are out there playing with. I don't care if you're flying it. I don't care if you're captaining it or if you're out there ripping across the dunes. I just say go outside, have fun with a hobby that you love, and you'll be all the better for it, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you in the next episode of RC Adventures. Now get outside and have fun with RC. Bye.